Our guest this morning is the Ebonyi State Governor and the APC Senator-elect for Ebonyi South Senatorial District, David Umahi. Thank you very much for making time available for us this morning. Now, I had said that we want to talk about infrastructure delivery as well, but I wanted to pick up, before going in there, I wanted to pick up on something you said, that let no one, in all the consultations and the permutations on all of this, let no one exclude any zone, from the contest. And
no, not the context, not the context. This contest, for me, I strongly believe that the Senate President position should be zoned to Southeast.
Okay.
And the indices are there. I'm just talking general in terms of, sharing of positions, in terms of addressing all the issues raised by different regions. There is no region that not be marginalized one way or the other. But when we put everything on the table fairly, starting with Southeast getting the Senate presidency, then other ones should follow. And I think this is what ought to be.
Okay, so you're very particular. Say, go beyond not excluding any zone. As it relates to the Senate president's quest, the Southeast is your firm belief that it is their turn and that they are deserving of this.
Honestly, and in all sense of responsibility, I should even say be very, very modest in this pleading, because I'm in the race. But if you even remove me from the race, God forbid, because God put me in the race, you will find out that by every permutation, by every reasoning, that Southeast should be the number one.
Okay.
I strongly, request and plead for this.
Okay. At this stage, Mr. Governor, let me bring in our viewer. It's an interactive program, you might know. And one of our viewers, Reverend Dominic, has called in from Alimosho. Good morning to you, Reverend Dominic.
Good morning, Yori. Good morning to one of the Eastern brightest governor, Engineer Umahi.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Reverend.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Now,
I do hear you, sir.
Listen to me. If you go to Southeast, you will know that man speaking to you is the finest. How? I'm not a Senko fan. Ebonyi State is created from Abia State. If you go to Abia today and go to Ebonyi State, you will see what I call non-magic miracles. I preached in Ebonyi in 2000. I went to preach in Ebonyi in 2016. I told my host there's a miracle in this city. Because
Hallelujah.
Engineer and the people who started the Ebonyi State in 1999 have done a wonderful work. It's one of the beautiful cities in the Southeast. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
What they're saying about Southeast Senate, the senatorial candidate is this. I will not support Otikano. I will support you. Look at the reason. We cannot repeat the history of 1999 to 2003, where we have a Senate president of the Southeast called Emunem. Listen to me. And you know how Emunem came into the power and how Emunem left the power because of some scandal there. Who is Emunem? Who is not Emunem? Otikano is a nice man. They have some issue with the FCC. If we must put our best foot forward, we must put the best. Either it's you or somebody else, but not Otikano, not because he's a nice person. It has a criminal case standing somewhere. And you know Nigerian politics. Every day you become a state president now, all sorts of things will come up. We now have a repeat of 2015 of National Assembly, National Assembly, where Sadiki goes to court with the Senate. That will not repeat again. And I want to plead to you, sir, when you go to Abuja, take this message. Tell Aswadi to tell the governor of Lagos State, for my sake, for your sake, for the sake of the man, Joey Bokwe, who was in this program yesterday. We have suffered many things because of APC. They should call an ethnic conference in Lagos to reconcile us in Lagos here. We Igbos in Lagos here love APC. We Igbos in Lagos here support the government in Lagos because it's a picture of good governance in all over the whole Nigeria. Lagos is Nigeria. Nigeria is Lagos. I want to thank my friend George yesterday. I was not in Lagos yesterday, Now, what you brought yesterday on YouTube, when George made what I call a nationalistic sentiment that we, me, you, and most of the Igbos have fought for APC. We have 2 states in APC in Southeast. GDP has one. Labour has one. ABGA has one. Who is the majority? APC. For our sake, I have suffered many things. Joey Boko House was burnt. I know how they insulted you. Please, we must reconcile non-nationality in Lagos here. What happened in 18 months in Lagos here is not good at all. That must not repeat itself. And
Okay. Thank you very much, Reverend Dominic.
Thank you.
Okay. Governor.
Reverend, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let me, comment on this issue of the Igbos in Lagos and what my views are. During the governorship election, I put up a lot of newspaper adverts, television, pleading with our people to support Governor Sanwo-Olu. Governor Sanwo-Olu has supported our people in Lagos. Asiwaju, when he was governor in Lagos, supported our people. There is this Pastor Ben Akabeze. He said I think is the DG of National Planning in the Buhari's administration. He's a product of Asiwaju. And so Asiwaju has respect for intellectuals, and we are not excluded from that circle. So I pleaded with them to support Sanwo-Olu. It's not every Igbo man that supported Sanwo-Olu. It's not every Igbo man that voted for PDP or Labour. But let me advise. Lagos is southwest. Lagos is southwest. There's no doubt about that. If you go to New York, they are the indigenes of New York. They are indigenes of Lagos State. When you visit a place, you prosper in the place. That should not make you to undermine the people of that state. It is wisdom I'm talking. You can abuse me, you can say all sorts of things, but it doesn't remove the fact that you cannot place something on nothing or nothing on something. So I advise our people, in as much you have all the freedom to do your business, but you must also respect the culture of the people and respect the people. I did not agree when a traditional ruler I saw on TV was saying that they will invite IPOP to come and fight. That is not good. So let us, do our business with wisdom. Let's do our business with wisdom. I've contacted my friend and my brother, Sanwo-Olu, and he's not averse to doing everything possible to reconcile everybody in Lagos State. Okay. He's the father, and everybody in Lagos State belongs to him. But anywhere our people may find themselves, let them live in peace and in respect with the indigenes of those areas. Okay. No one can be more Catholic than Pope. Okay. And if people come to Southeast, I also insist they respect the people of Southeast. They respect their culture, they respect the security laws, and so on and so forth. So this is my position. And
okay, Governor, I beg your pardon. Sorry for interrupting you, Governor, because I'm keeping somebody waiting. Kesandu has called in from Owerri. Kesandu, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Uncle Yori. My name is Kesandu Kemko. Your Excellency, I greet you, sir. Your Excellency, please, just a brief reaction to what you just said. As Igbo people, we are peace-loving people anywhere you find us. We do our business genuinely and try.
It can't be everybody, my brother. It can't be everybody that will be peace-loving. The same thing with other ethnic nationalities.
To reasonable extent, sir. But we've seen situations where traditional rulers from Lagos abuse and say sort of things against the Igbos. But that is aside. So we just want everybody to live in Nigeria harmoniously. Because Nigeria belongs to everybody. Nobody is more Nigerian than another. Having said that, please, the issue of the Senate president, sir, this is the first time I'm listening to you about this particular issue. I want to say I'm proud of you, the way you presented your case. You don't seem very, very, you don't want it at all costs. I actually like that presentation. You're saying it as you're going to do your part and work hard, that everything depends on you and plus everything depends on us. I actually saw in news this morning when they said APC are trying to zone the Senate president to the south. I'm not a fan of APC. I am not. and I've never been. But I think I strongly believe that it's high time they listen to the yearnings and aspirations of people like you, who have actually contributed to APC. Yes, some of us might not be comfortable when you joined APC, but you've actually kept pace with them. You've done your part, and some other of your brothers. And you know why some of us are comfortable? We saw the transition committee, and there is no Igbo man there. I don't know what is your take about that. So I'm appealing
okay,
to the
Mr. Kesandu, so many issues. Let me give the governor a chance to respond. Thank you very much, Kesandu, as always, for calling in.
I also disagree with the leadership of the party that the 14-man transition committee, that there should be no Igbo man there. It's a very bad perception, and I've made my point clear about that. What is right is right. At least one Igbo man should be allowed to be a member. You see, we have to continue to work on this perception of marginalization. Let's not allow it to grow, because we staked our lives and reputation, to assure our people that this will not be business as usual. So this is very important. Second one I want to say is, and I'm talking to all Nigerians, you see, when they say Ojuzo Carlo has a EFCC case, Akpabio has EFCC case, I think that is not right. We should be talking about the character and capabilities of people. That people have taken you to court does not mean you've been convicted. And so that should not be used as a yardstick to measure, my brothers, Ojuzo Carlo or Senator Akpabio. We should be talking about the character that can deliver. The antecedents, what such, fellows have done in the previous positions or present one they occupy. And so we should leave the issue of EFCC, by the side until the court has so decided. It's not everybody that's taken to EFCC or ICPC that is, a rogue or that is a bad person. We shouldn't use that at all as a yardstick, because anybody can write petition against you, even against me when I leave office. Casanovas can do that. And then they say, oh, Umahi has a case in FCC, it's not qualified. So let's take aside these sentiments until such people are convicted or otherwise. They must be adjourned to be good and good people. But then you can now look at other credentials of theirs to see whom is best qualified for the job. That's my stake as far as that is concerned. Thank you, my brother from Imo State and my reverend that called from Lagos.
Indeed. Thank you very much. And also for your words on the sort of inter-ethnic misunderstandings that you sort of, explained there, because it never has been a permanent feature, but it seems that there's always a cycle every 4 years or so at an election juncture. All these things will come up. In fact, there are people who are saying that perhaps there's even a fifth columnist, because after all, these people are so intermingled, they have intermarried, they have become one, and nobody even remembers anything until we have an event like this. Then all hell breaks loose.
I agree with you.
Indeed. Now, you were saying something earlier about an airport, is it? So because we've taken the burning issue, which is the most important one today in terms of news, but infrastructure delivery, you've achieved no mean feat in there. Would you like to, speak to Nigerians? It's only people of Ebonyi that know about this. But what was that when you, from here, you intend to go to the airport? Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I'm happy that my media team are hearing you, that they're not doing much to showcase what we have done. But everything we have done in this state, I give glory to God. I always say that it's not by my power nor by my might. And I'm grateful to God, grateful to Ebonyi people, grateful to the House of Assembly and my team. We together shook the bridge. And this is what it is. So the airport, I'm happy that all the officials of Ministry of Aviation, each time they came to the airport, they never believed us. They say, who will believe our story? Who will believe our story? So this airport will be showcased tomorrow. There will be 2 test flights, by APs, one coming from Lagos by 1 o'clock, And there are people there and their friends and visitors will join that APs, and they'll be landing about 2 o'clock. There will be a short ceremony. And then from Abuja, our people and visitors and friends will also join by, I think, 12:50 or thereabout. Landing will be also by 2 o'clock. So these 2 flights will be made tomorrow. The officials of the Ministry of Aviation, whom I'm so grateful to them, the minister, the directors, the DGs, we are very, very grateful for their cooperation and assistance. Without God using them, it would have been impossible to achieve this feat. But we pride, our airport as one of the best this country can offer. It's difficult for me to say I'm black and proud. If you're black, you shouldn't, also say you're proud. But it is there for people to see. The first airport that is built on concrete runway, the first airport that the apron, the tarmac is the largest in this country. The terminal building is also the best that could be compared with a section of the airport in Dubai. And so we are very, very proud and grateful to God for this airport. It will happen tomorrow, and subsequently, Mr. President will come and they commission the whole. But the moment this airport test flight is done, we intend to pay for our people and our friends and other, people who intend to use the airport coming from Abuja and Lagos. So we intend to pay for, people 2 flights every week, coming and going. And we will keep that until I leave office. And I believe strongly that another 2-3 months, my successor will also adopt that method so that we can, work and make this airport the busiest airport in Southeast. That's the intention. The airport is a monument.
Indeed.
We'll be very proud.
Indeed. And the other question I felt I'd sort of broach is that everybody should be proud. Indeed, everybody in Ebonyi would be proud of the airport, such as you have described. But I wanted to ask, I've heard some critics say, how much of a prestige project is it, as opposed to one that is really going to be functional in terms of Ebonyi having the capacity to maintain. By capacity, I'm not just talking about money, but traffic and all of that in Ebonyi State, because I've heard critics speak like that before.
Yeah, thank you very much. When we build the best and the most beautiful and largest mall, and you can't find anywhere in West Africa, people also criticized it. Today, that mall has offered more than 450 jobs to Ebonians and non-Ebonians. And that mall is one of the busiest malls in the whole of South.
Well, there's the governor there. Thank God that the audio has stayed for a while. He's just talking about,
And we have gone into, green houses side by side with our famous Abakaliki rice. And we are presently testing our rice for export, even though the rice is in a very high demand all over the country. We also have the largest mushroom house in Nigeria. We are making efforts to start mushroom for export, which will be used for medical uses. This is the side of export that we targeted in building that airport. Some people say it's a cargo airport. No, it's an international airport, that has local wing, international wing, and it serves for both cargo and the passengers. Don't forget that we have boundary with Abia State, with Enugu State, with Benue State, with Cross River State. And we are like, the Kogi State, where you must pass through to go to certain places. So our idea is to get passengers from these states to make up the traffic in Ebonyi State for the airport. And this is going to work, and I can assure it's going to work. It is pure investment.
Well, that's a fine place to leave it. And I want to thank you very much, Mr. Governor, Ebonyi State Governor, and APC Senator-elect for Ebonyi South Senatorial District, Dave Umahi.